Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of BTTH Rebirth of Emperor Yang episode number 64 based on novel. So let's start. Boom. As the two fighting skills fell into the void, where Xiao Yan had just stood, there was a startling explosion. The violent fighting energy swept through the heaven and earth, and the energy fog generated after the explosion also spread. All the people present witnessed the moment when Xiao Yan was hit by Lin Fenglin's fighting skills. At that time, many people in the crowd felt a burst of regret and heartache for Xiao Yan. Even if they didn't mean it sincerely, it seemed that there was some meaning in it. Sure enough, despite Xiao Yan's talent and magical means, under the joint efforts of the two 7-star and half emperors, it is still difficult to resist after all. These two terrible fighting skills are just as good as falling on some 8-star and half emperors, not to mention Xiao Yang, a 3-star and half emperor. At the moment, Lin Feng and Lin Yu in the field know this better. Those two fighting skills are their famous skills, and their power is naturally extraordinary. The two fighting skills fall on Xiao Yang at the same time. Even if he has 10 lives, he can't live the aftershock of the explosion. Ha ha, ha ha. You suckling boy, I really think you can fight me with some means. You really don't know how to live or die. Lin Feng's big sleeve waved, the yin wind blew, the clouds dispersed, and there was nothing left on the void. Seeing this scene, the people outside the court suddenly lost their intention to continue to stop and watch. Many people are flying towards the city in the distance. They had just come to watch Xiao Yang. At the beginning, they saw Xiao Yang with high momentum. They thought Xiao Yang had a chance to turn defeat into victory, but now Xiao Yang has been destroyed into nothingness by the explosion, and even a breath has not been left, which makes them have no reason to stay. But compared with them, Jiu Li and Red Phosphorus outside the field are two turbid old eyes staring at the void at the explosion in the field, frowning and suspicious in both eyes. Hey, it seems that it should be all right, Rock Owl. It's not easy. At this moment, even the Shenlaro on one side, who had been secretly worried about Xiao Yang, was finally relieved. As for the two brothers Lin Fenglin and Lin Yu in the presence at the moment, after seeing the empty void, the pleasure just raised because of the death of the Rock Owl was immediately covered by the solemnity of one face. When Lin Feng, with a dignified face, carefully swept the earth below with his soul power, he still couldn't find that thing. Finally, a different emotion rose in his heart. Impossible. Resist the full blow of the two of us. He can't do it. No. Impossible. There was nothing they expected to see in the world in front of them. Naji. The particularity of Naji makes it difficult to be destroyed under the threat of all kinds of energy. Xiao Yang, as a semi-emperor strong man, has so many high-level fighting skills. Naturally, Naji is not bad. Although their brother's attack was not weak just now, he can't destroy Naji. But now that Xiao Yang is dead, Naji is not in this space. In this way, there are only two reasons to make sense. First, Naji was involved in the space turbulence in the Big Bang just now. If this is true, this Naji can no longer be found. But importantly, in the Big Bang, there was no spatial turbulence. Then there is only the second reason. When Lin Fenglin Yu thought of this, the two people's faces changed. They stood together because of the sense of oppression in their hearts. At this moment, the look on their faces immediately became sharply heavy at the thought of this second possibility. Oh! The faint cold laughter, like a gust of breeze, came into everyone's ears, so that everyone present was refreshed. On the contrary, Lin Fenglin and you are like frost eggplant, as if they have seen their own death. It's the Rock Owl. He's not dead. He's still alive. That's right. It's really a Rock Owl. He's not dead. And it looks like he's not dead, but seems to be getting stronger. Xiao Yang was born again. As soon as everyone outside the court saw him, there was a deafening cry. Who can imagine that Xiao Yang, who had been sentenced to death at the previous moment, would stand on this wild ancient city as a king at the next moment? At this time, Xiao Yang was dressed in a snow-white robe, his black hair had become mori white in the twinkling of an eye, his fingers waved slightly, and there was a dazzling fire. Stepping on the void, Xiao Yang lowered his head and looked down at the two figures directly below him, with a sense of forest cold killing in his heart. He has always been a man who doesn't offend me, but these two brothers are too tight. As long as it's Xiao Yang's reason for killing, they have basically committed it all over. How can Xiao Yang tolerate such an act? How can Xiao Yang let such a person go? Lin Fenglin and you slowly looked up in horror. Xiao Yang's robe changed color, but it seemed that he had changed a person. Not only his strength was more terrible, but also his breath made them feel that the blood in his body was about to be frozen. Shua. A short and sharp wind burst out, which was like thunder and roaring, but it made Lin Feng suddenly covered with cold sweat, because the sound sounded in his ear. Many people have threatened me, but I have never been threatened. You are the first person who successfully threatened me all the way. Congratulations. The voice of indifference without any emotion came from the nether hell. Lin Feng felt that there was an invisible hand holding his body in the palm of his hand. He could crush him with one hand at any time. It was as simple as crushing an ant. Suddenly, Lin Feng's pupil suddenly contracted to the size of the needle tip. His already difficult breathing was also stagnant at the moment, and the whole face suddenly became a grey mist. Xiao Yang's ghostly speed is almost unimaginable. This speed has far exceeded the level of half-emperor. What? Until this time, Lin Yu on the other side came back to his mind. Just a moment ago, his mind was also blank and his eyes were godless. If they hadn't had their own souls, I'm afraid it would be difficult for him to wake up. Xiao Yang is indifferent. Although they already regret it in their hearts, the reality is reality after all. There is nowhere to buy regret medicine. But at the same time, Xiao Yang sneered in his heart. When Lin Fenglin was strong, he took it for granted to suppress himself. Seeing him at this time was like a mouse afraid of a cat. Thinking of this again in his heart, Xiao Yang couldn't help laughing miserably. He didn't want to kill, but the world was sorry for him. He was determined to go south, but he couldn't make any progress, especially in the future. Among the half-emperors, Xiao Yang can still use the powerful power of fighting skills to fight for a while, but once he meets the real fighting emperor, or later, he will reach that level. I don't know what to do. Guyo can't always follow him. He can't help Xiao Yang every time. One day, he will incarnate the fire of origin and integrate into Xiao Yang for his mission. At that time, no matter what opponent or enemy Xiao Yang meets, he will have to face it alone. With a violent bang like an explosion, two embarrassed figures flew backward, stepping on the void and retreating thousands of miles, and then they could stabilize their body. The two people as like as two peas still stare, and the blood of their lips still hangs. Two old faces of one model are even more pale. The hair is broken, and the grey hair is scattered in one piece, dancing in the wind, some stained on the blood, so that these two people seem more miserable. The robe was already broken by the fist blast. Under the blue and purple pain, what they hid was the broken bone marks. Xiao Yang's brute force made them taste what was called real hegemony. They could solve it with only their fists and fight. In the face of Xiao Yang at the moment, I'm afraid it's the same as the 8-star and a half emperor. The people outside the court had already looked at Xiao Yang in a daze. Before, they were still worried about the latter, afraid that Xiao Yang would be killed by Lin Fenglin Yu. But now, Lin Fenglin Yu and Lin Fenglin Yu were easily played between the hands of Xiao Yang. They really couldn't believe this instant gap. Under Xiao Yang's full strength, has he been so frightened? Cough. The two brothers coughed and blood flowed from the corners of their mouths. In the hundreds of rounds of war just now, Lin Fenglin and Lin Yu have exhausted their means. They think that even the 8-star and half-emperor will not feel well, but what makes them more frightened is that Xiao Yang seems that nothing has happened. How possible? What kind of monster is he? The strength he has is completely inconsistent with the appearance. He is not a 3-star semi-emperor at all. At this moment, the hearts of Lin Fenglin and Lin Yu were almost crazy. Fear made their faces ferocious, as if they were going crazy. Outside, Jiyu Li and Kai Phosphorus were also shocked when they saw this. They also wondered how Xiao Yang could do it and ignored the bombardment of the 7-star and half-emperor. This is definitely not what the 3-star and half-emperor can do or have the courage to do. Xiao Yang's strangeness makes them also have some doubts about Xiao Yang's real strength. Some old guys with enough strength can also restore themselves to their youth by means. This kind of person is really something they can't distinguish. Maybe. However, in the end, Jiyu Li shook his head and dispelled his thoughts. He didn't think Xiao Yang was the kind of role of playing a pig and eating a tiger. As for his strength, I'm afraid until now, no one knows except Luo Lao. Even Yang Bing is not afraid of Xiao Yang. Well, the farce with you is up to now. I have something else to do and I'm too lazy to play with you. Suddenly, on the void, Lin Feng, Lin Yu and Xiao Yang's indifferent voice came again, which made their bodies tremble together. They slowly leaned their backs together and paid attention to the situation around them. I just got this skill, but I think highly of you when I use it on you too. After all, ordinary semi-emperors can't even show it. Xiao Yang's subtle but indifferent voice was only allowed to be heard by the two brothers in front of him. Their reaction also just responded to Xiao Yang's mind. The look on Lin Fenglin's rainy face stagnated again, and the muscles on half his face twitched like lightning. Ordinary semi-emperors can't show it. Isn't this fighting skill beyond the existence of human rank? Surpass human-level fighting skills. That is, spirit-level fighting skill. Even. The two people had a huge earthquake in their hearts, but the atmosphere did not dare to breathe. The closer they were to death, they always considered every action in the time very carefully, and every breath seemed to have been calculated countless times. The sweat beads of Do Da quickly gathered on Lin Feng's forehead. He dared not continue to imagine, but Xiao Yang flashed in front of him. The sneer from the corners of his mouth made him feel like a deep yellow hell. His lips and teeth opened gently, and the plain and cold voice of words quietly came into Lin Feng's ears. Italy level low-level fighting skills, broken heart palm. In a word, Xiao Yang's palm slowly printed out. The complexion of Lin Fenglin and you quickly became pale and bloodless. The sickle of death seemed to be on their neck. Click. Invisibly, the two old guys who had lived for unknown years only heard a clear sound of bone fracture, and then slowly closed their eyes. Meanwhile, bang! A dark shadow was smashed into the earth. Except for two legs, the whole head was forcibly pressed on the earth by an invisible force. You mean, Morhue died at the hands of that rock owl? Yes. Under the earth, there was a vague response from Mo Zhai, but several other people in the hospital looked at Mu Han, who was angry in the field with a dignified face, and no one was willing to speak again. Even Mo Zhai didn't think of it. He thought of a set of words in front of Mu Han and blamed Xiao Yang. However, before he finished his words, Mu Han smashed them into the yard outside the hall. For Mo Zhai, Mu Han didn't mean to be merciful. At the same time, there was no need to be merciful. Say again, is it a rock owl? In the face of Mo Zhai's answer, Mu Han was more murderous in his eyes, and his heart moved. The huge hand of the soul condensed by the power of the soul made another effort to completely knead Mo Zhai's whole body into the earth. For the strong, the most angry thing is the deception of others. He is the best of the old foxes. He can't be fooled by Mo Zhai so easily. This time, it was Mo Zhai's own death, but he came to the door. Yes. But Mo Zhai would rather die than surrender, or maybe he really had his own assurance, but he didn't let go. Every word he said was to shirk all the blame to Xiao Yang. Mu Han asked him how many times, and he said Wu Morhue as if he hadn't seen him before, which also showed how wronged he was. Mu Han is also eager for revenge. His apprentice has a very special relationship with him. He has always taken care of Wu Morhue for fear that he might encounter danger. Unexpectedly, people are not as good as heaven. After all, he still let him have an accident. But now, people are killed by Xiao Yang. Naturally, Xiao Yang is responsible for this crime. Although Mo Zhai has a great connection with this matter, after all, Yang Bing is present at the moment, and there are some reasons for killing him. After he kills Xiao Yang, he will naturally find Mo Zhai to settle the rest of the account. Get out of here. I believe you first, but that rock owl, who dares to kill my disciple, is really brave. You dare to kill my disciple? I must kill your whole family. Clean my disciple with blood. Mu Han's dark old face was facing the sky, his dry palm was clenched, and the terrible force twisted the void constantly. Behind Mu Han, Mo Zhai looked pale at Mu Han, who was angry in front of him, and thought of Xiao Yang, but his heart was a burst of Yin's smile. In the courtyard, Mu Han looked gloomy and took a deep breath of cold air. After collecting the jade bottle in his hand, his snake-like eyes stared at Mo Zhai, which made the latter shiver in his heart. The dry palm like a ghost claw protruded out of thin air, and the suction in the palm surged. Mo Zhai's body was out of control not far away, and then he was pinched by the former. Say, where is the rock owl now? Mu Han's tone was cold, and every word felt extremely murderous. At the moment, if Xiao Yenruo was in front of him, he would have been frustrated by his broken body. And this killing intention is exactly what Mo Zhai wants. He hugged Mu Han with both hands and pinched his claws. Mo Zhai once signaled the latter to let him go, but the result was not good. Mu Han was still cold on his face. Therefore, Mo Zhai could only hold Mu Han's wrist tightly to make himself barely speak. Xiao Yang. In. The wilderness. Bang. Before Mo Zhai's hard words fell, Mu Han threw his body out, smashed the courtyard wall directly, rubbed a distance on the ground, and then stopped after smashing a huge stone. With the strength of terror, nearly a third of the bones of Mo Zhai's body were forcibly broken. Although this did not cause the 3-star semi-emperor to be seriously damaged, it still made Mo Zhai pale. Mu Han's eyes narrowed slightly, and his eyes slowly moved away from Mo Zhai. Wu Mohui's death was due to Mu Han's shrewdness. Even if Mo Zhai said more, he would never fully believe it. Although he believed that people were killed by Xiao Yang, Mo Zhai could not escape the relationship, and Mu Han would not let go easily. Of course, Mu Han also knows that the things just now can't cause too much harm to Mo Zhai, but he won't let Mo Zhai go. For him, this is just the beginning. I believe Mo Zhai will ask him for help in the matter of Yang Xiao. He will make a plan. When he gets rid of Yang Xiao, he will kill Mo Zhai himself and avenge his beloved. Yang Bing. 3 people saw Mu Han and looked at themselves and others. Zhong Hao was the weakest and naturally hid behind Yang Bing. Although Hu Laoge was frightened by Mu Han's gaze, he could not rely on him like Zhong Hao. He was sweating continuously. At the same time, he also glanced at Yang Bing with the rest of his eyes. Compared with Hu Laoge, Yang Bing is indeed the strong one at the peak of the late 8.5 emperors. It can be said that he is half a step and 9 stars. When he looks at Mu Han, he is more or less confident. Although he is much better than Hu Laoge, he is deeply dignified, which makes people surprised by Mu Han's strength again. You guys, take me to find the rock owl. I will avenge my disciple today. Mu Han stared coldly at Yang Bing and ignored the look on Yang Bing's face. His tone seemed to be saying in an order. As the strongest player in the field, he has the strength to say such words, and no one will retort, and no one dares to retort, even Yang Bing. At present, in Mu Han's heart, Xiao Yang has become the #1 person to be killed. At the moment, he is also vigorous and resolute. As soon as he opens his mouth, he is eager to let Xiao Yang appear in his face and kill him. Hearing this, Hu Laoge and Zhong Hao were slightly surprised, while Yang Bing was expressionless. None of the 3 acted for Mu Han's words. Old Monster Hu frowned slightly and Mu Han wanted to kill Xiao Yang's heart, which everyone wanted to see, but Xiao Yang was not so easy to kill. There were the Herbalist Guild and Union Pavilion. Even if Mu Han was a 3rd-order array mage and a 9-star-and-half emperor, these things were the same 3 words in front of Union Pavilion. Not enough. Now Xiao Yang is sheltered by them. Who can get Xiao Yang? Needless to say, behind Xiao Yang, there is a relationship with Luo Lao. Although Mu Han doesn't know these things, Mo Zhai can use this to let Mu Han directly start with Xiao Yang and get rid of Xiao Yang quickly, but the result of that will also let them accompany Mu Han and take their lives together. The majesty of Union Pavilion is inviolable, even if Mu Han is a 9-star-and-half emperor. Although Mu Han is called the 2nd strongest in the ancient barbarian city by the barbarians, it is on the premise of not mentioning the cloud-hidden pavilion. Cough. Master Mu, I'm afraid we can't agree to your request. Mo Zhai is like an immortal Xiaoqiang, knocked down and climbed up again and again, but he is always solved by Mu Han. Shua. As soon as Mo Zhai spoke, he just felt that a cold wind suddenly hit him. Then, Mo Zhai's body was blown out of control again. If you say one more word, I'll kill you first. But Mo Zhai just opened his mouth, Mu Han's body flashed, his dry palm pinched Mo Zhai's whole head, and his 5 fingers made a force, leaving 5 deep fingerprints on Mo Zhai's head. As long as Mu Han exerted force again, Mo Zhai's whole skull would immediately explode like a watermelon. You're looking for death. But I can't blame my ruthlessness. Mu Han's eyes were cold. All the people present were rubbish except Yang Bing. He didn't need to take anyone into account. Luo Lao. Mu Han's eyes finally changed at the moment of the export of these 2 words. Lao Luo, this is an absolute name. There is Luo Lao behind the rock owl. Before entering the void minefield, none of us can move him. No one can kill him or dare to kill him. At this moment, Mu Han's face changed a little and looked at Yang Bing. These words came from his mouth. His eyes looked contemptuously at Mo Zhai in his hands. Mu Han's eyes were full of disdain. His fingers were slightly loose. At the moment when Mo Zhai's body fell, Mu Han shook his arm and blasted Mo Zhai's abdomen. With a bang, Mo Zhai's figure turned into a pool of mud and fell to the ground. It was difficult to get up. Immediately, Mu Han looked at Yang Bing again. Although his tone was still cold, it had a significant change compared with his attitude towards Mo Zhai. Tell me all the information about the rock owl. I want the most complete, including his specific identity. You should know the importance of this. Are you afraid? Yang Bing looked at Mu Han and said with a sneer. Some people, even the forces behind you, can't touch. Mu Han's eyes narrowed slightly and his voice warned him that he couldn't come here today with recklessness. Oh. You can rest assured that he doesn't have any special identity, but he made friends with the Shenlaro in Union Pavilion and took a piece of Shentai to honor Luo Laro. That's all. They have always been trading relations. Mu Han's eyes brightened slightly, and he was skeptical about Yang Bing's words, but he nodded after all and said in a flat tone, "It's better." Above the void, Xiao Yang threw 2 Naji into his Naji. He looked at the 2 corpses in front of him again, and was surprised by the power of Broken Heart Palm. The blow of the Broken Heart Palm unexpectedly shattered the body and soul of Lin Feng, Lin Yu, and the gods and souls were destroyed. It can be said that they are dead and can't die again. Under such a palm, I'm afraid no one can escape the fate of death. Is this the power of Italian-level fighting skills? It's really terrible. It's hard to imagine that if Haimu showed this move to Xiao Yang in the spirit participation space at that time, Xiao Yang might not live now. Oh, make a fuss. I really think this is all the power of Broken Heart Palm. The power you show is only the level of spirit-level fighting skills. Just when Xiao Yang was shocked by the power of Broken Heart Palm, the bone Yu in his body never forgot to pour a basin of cold water on Xiao Yang. Moreover, at this level, you can only do it by borrowing my strength. Besides, if you don't have the terrible body with dragon phoenix blood and so many different fire protectors, it's a fool's dream to use Broken Heart Palm with your strength. The first requirement for the cultivation of Broken Heart Palm is that the cultivator's body must be strong enough, because in the cultivation process of Broken Heart Palm, it will be like Xiao Yang's 8-pole collapse, condensing a dark strength in Xiao Yang's body. But this dark power is more terrible than the 8-pole collapse. Therefore, if Xiao Yang's body is not tough enough, so that Xiao Yang can't control this dark power, the final result is that Xiao Yang can't suppress the dark power in his body, resulting in the explosion of the dark power in his body. Just think about it. The pain is not what Xiao Yang can bear. As for strength, with Xiao Yang's current strength, it is naturally impossible to use Broken Heart Palm and Italy-level fighting skills. If you really use it, even with Luo Ao's strength, it will be very difficult. Just now, Xiao Yang was just able to reluctantly use his bone quiet strength. Alas! It seems that although the Broken Heart Palm baby is good, it can't play any role in him. I don't know if we want to really give full play to its power. It will be a long time. In this regard, Xiao Yang had to sigh helplessly. As soon as the corners of his mouth were turned away, a sense of irritability suddenly rose in his heart. With a wave of his big sleeve, the forest white fire swept out and burned the bodies of the 2 people. Xiao Yang turned around and his eyes slowly swept the whole scene. Finally, he fell on Jiyu Li and Li. During this period, anyone who looked at Xiao Yang's eyes withdrew a few steps backward. Many people became pale in a moment under the gaze of Xiao Yang's eyes. They were shocked and fled away from the crowd. In this regard, Xiao Yang was helpless. He moved and came to Jiyu Li's face. First, he said hello to Shenlaro on one side. They tacitly understood that Shenlaro was more clear about Xiao Yang's strength than Jiyu Li. Tut tut, I can't imagine that you are so secretive that you have the strength comparable to the 3-star semi-emperor. Feeling Xiao Yang's still strong breath, Red Phosphorus looked at Jiyu Li, looked at Xiao Yang in surprise and said. Xiao Yang also smiled when he heard the speech, shook his head slightly, red in his heart, the breath in his body gradually began to dissipate, and smiled at Jiyu Li. He, I don't have the strength of 7 stars and half-emperors. It just depends on my secret method. I'm afraid I can't use it again for a long time. While saying this, Xiao Yang's eyes flickered slightly, and his eyes passed imperceptibly over some people in the crowd. They were all guys who were still greedy for Xiao Yang. Sure enough, hearing Xiao Yang's words, their eyes hidden under their robes or hats lit up immediately. For these, Xiao Yang directly chose to ignore them. Now 2 empty thunder pools are pasted in his hand. Xiao Yang will face more trouble. These people in front of him are only a few. What Xiao Yang will face will be a more terrible existence. But Xiao Yang didn't want to wait any longer. He couldn't wait quietly for those people to come to the door. Although he didn't want to fight, the current thing could be calmed down only by fighting. He needed to dispel the thoughts in those people's hearts in the most violent way. Controlling violence with violence is the simplest and direct method Xiao Yang can think of. After several violent battles, these people will not only look up to Xiao Yang's strength and treat Xiao Yang as a real strong man, but also have a fear of Xiao Yang in their hearts, which is the exclusive right of the strong man. Only in this way can all the troubles around Xiao Yang be erased. After chatting with Jiyu Li, Xiao Yang said hello and turned his eyes to the people who had not left. Xiao Yang's toes lightly touched the void, His body swept up the sky and looked down at the people from high to low. Because of Xiao Yang's actions, the people gathered their eyes on Xiao Yang. Suddenly, Xiao Yang's big sleeve waved fiercely, and the wind blew up. Xiao Yang's eyes swept through the crowd, his face was fierce, and his eyes looked domineering. Everyone, you have seen the result of this battle. I can barely beat Lin Fenglin and you with my secret method, so now I have 2 empty thunder pool posts in my hand. Xiao Yang uttered his words, and the whole audience immediately became agitated. What most of them have done is just the empty thunder pool post. I know that you also covet the empty minefield. Therefore, in order to meet your thoughts, I can give each of you a chance. As soon as they heard this, many people in the field immediately turned their lips. Since Xiao Yang spoke like this, it must be meeting friends with martial arts again. In addition to defeating Xiao Yang, it is basically impossible to get thunder posts from Xiao Yang in other ways. Xiao Yang also seemed to understand the people's thoughts. He smiled at the corners of his mouth, glanced slowly across the audience and said with a smile, "Rest assured, in order to give you a chance to get the thunder post, my requirements are not high. As long as you can hurt me within 100 moves, take the empty thunder pool post." Wow! Xiao Yang uttered a word, and the whole audience was in an uproar. Xiao Yang's words were too arrogant and entrusted too much. Although Xiao Yang's strength is not weak and he can fight with the 8-star and half emperor with all his strength, even so, there are many strong 7-star and half emperor among the half emperors present. Even if Xiao Yang's strength is strong, he can hurt him within 100 moves. As a 7-star and half emperor, he is fully qualified to do such a simple thing. What Xiao Yang said is exactly the same as what they said, so he is sending empty thunder pool posts in vain. Hee, you don't have to be happy too early. The thunder pool post is here for you to take, but it's not for nothing. My rules must have been seen by you. As long as you can take enough spiritual coins or natural materials and earth treasures at sufficient price, the empty thunder pool post will be put in my hand. Just wait for you to take it. From now on, you can challenge in 5 days. Xiao Yang drank coldly and stood in the void. Although the war just now consumed Xiao Yang a lot, he can still hold on. With the help of pills, Xiao Yang can still maintain his state at the peak in a short time. I want the first challenge. Go away. It's just a 6-star and a half emperor. I'd better come first. I'm a dignified 7-star and a half emperor. I'm here. What about the 7-star and half emperor? I'm in the middle of the 7-star and half emperor. Your boy is just an early stage. Go away. Lei Tai, I'll replace it. Bang. The words didn't fall, the fists and palms met, and the whole emptiness was disturbed by Xiao Yang's words for a time. As the source of all the events in the field, Xiao Yang sat on the emptiness with a smile on his mouth and recovered quietly. This video will end here.